Mr. Beast forced me to drink a glass of water for his upcoming video on Team Water, a organization donating to those in need that need access to clean drinking water. And as a Mountain Dew drinker, this makes me furious. But it dawned on me for the fact that because I've had access to clean drinking water my entire life, it's given me the privileges to be able to enjoy stuff like Mountain Dew, being able to shower every day with clean water, being able to cook with clean water every day without worrying about my water supply going away. And not everybody has access to that privilege, which is why I wanted to partner with Team Water to raise $40 million to help millions of people on planet Earth have clean drinking water so that they can live their life and have one less thing to worry about. So what are you waiting for? Go to the description down below and go to teamwater.org so that you can donate to people in need that needs clean drinking water. And let's get into today's video on 10 fun facts about water type Pokemon that you guys did not know. Starting with fact number 1, did you know that Greninja was actually confirmed to be released in Super Smash Bros. Before X and Y released? According to Sakurai, during the development of Super Smash Bros. On the 3DS and Wii U, Greninja was brought to that development team to get introduced into the game. And I'm gonna guess the Pokemon Company and Game Freak knew that Greninja was gonna be a very popular Pokemon from the beginning, which is why they wanted to get him in the development as soon as possible to get the popularity for both Pokemon X and Y and Super Smash Bros. Which they're definitely correct. Greninja has been very popular within the Pokemon series, especially for the fact that Ash Greninja was a thing in the anime and was a really good Pokemon in competitive Pokemon. Fun fact number 2, Suicune can purify water. According to the Pokédex entry in the Pokemon Crystal Pokédex, this Pokemon races across land. It is said that the north winds will somehow blow whenever it appears, and it has the power to purify dirty water. And that's really cool that Suicune can purify water because that actually coincides with the fact that Celebi, also released in Generation 2, has the ability to heal forests and nurture life. Fun fact number 3, did you know that Octillery was actually supposed to be designed to look like a tank? Remoraid and Octillery were supposed to represent weapons in the Pokemon universe. There was early concept art of Remoraid looking like a revolver and Octillery looking like a tank. And evidence supporting this is the fact that in the Pokédex, it's called the Jet Pokemon, and it also has the ability Sniper. And because of the fact it was designed to hit like a tank, it has really high attack and really high special attack at 105 each, which is its only really good stat. Fun fact number 4, Gyarados was supposed to be water dragon type. In early development for Gyarados, it was designed to be a water dragon type, but due to the fact that that typing was dummy OP in Generation 1, it got switched to be in a water flying type so that there's better balance in the game. And evidence supporting this is that Gyarados' design was actually based on Chinese mythology, especially the Longmen, which basically is a carp that was able to swim upstream and leap over the Dragon Gate to transform into the Dragon Longmen. And this is kind of true from the Pokemon games, where once you level up Magikarp to level 20, it's going to be able to access and fly itself up to evolve into a Gyarados, turning into the water flying type. But yeah, definitely hints of dragon within Gyarados for the fact that Gyarados can learn moves like Dragon Rage and Dragon Dance. But now let's switch things up a little bit. Did you know that water type moves are some of the best moves to use in Pokemon contests? Like Rain Dance. Rain Dance is amazing because you can use it to follow up with other powerful moves in the game like Thunder or Waterfall. It's going to give you a huge boost if you're trying to get a win in the tough metric. Or if you're in the beauty category, you can use moves like Hydro Cannon or Bubble Beam to get as much points possible to win a contest. Another crazy thing about some water types is that there's actually a handful of water Pokemon that cannot learn Surf, with Surf being one of the most useful moves in the game, allowing you to travel through the water in Generations 1 through 8. This handful of water Pokemon just can't learn the move whatsoever. Pokemon like Volcanion, Urshifu Rapid Strike, Rotom Wash, Pikachu, Oripon Wellspring Mask, Iron Bundle, Rainy Form, and Magikarp. You're telling me Magikarp can't use Surf? But let's be real here, most of these Pokemon are Pokemon that were released in later generations, and these are also niche cases where these Pokemon transformed into water type. But still, it's kind of crazy that about 8 Pokemon that have the water typing can't use Surf. When we have Pokemon in the game like Snorlax, Tauros, Nidoking, Nidoqueen have access to Surf, but those guys don't. And moving right away to another Magikarp fact, in Legends Arceus, Magikarp got stripped away of his attacking moves and only knows Splash. Even in Generation 1, Magikarp has access to Tackle, so when you get its level 15, it's a little easier to level him up to level 20. But in Legends Arceus, they're like, nah, we're just gonna completely remove it and only have access to Splash for Magikarp. But let's go back to talking about Pokemon that for some reason can learn Surf even though they are not a water type Pokemon. For whatever reason, Pichu in Generation 8 was able to start learning Surf through the TR-04 Surf. Now, we all know that Pikachu in Generation 1 had access to learning Surf in Pokemon Yellow, as in Pokemon Yellow, their whole gimmick was to have basically you use Pikachu kind of like the anime, but give Pikachu some opportunities like being able to use Fly and being able to use Surf. And as time went on, Pikachu and Raichu had more access to be learning Surf. But yeah, for whatever reason, Pichu at Generation 8 also was able to learn Surf alongside of Raichu and Pikachu in those later generations, which is really weird to think about because I don't know when Pichu got a surfboard in Generation 8, but you know what? Generation 8's a little silly of a generation to begin with, so hey, Pichu, you do you. And another interesting fact about the water type is that in every generation of Pokemon, except for one generation, there was water type gym leaders, making it the most common type of potential gym leader you're gonna face in any Pokemon game. We have Misty from Red, Blue, and Yellow as the Cerulean City gym leader, and Misty yet again in Gold, Silver, and Crystal also being the Cerulean City gym leader. Sure, in the Johto region, when you go through the main first 8 gym badges, you don't have any water type Pokemon gym leaders to go against, but you have access to challenge the gym challenge in the Kanto region within Gold, Silver, and Crystal to where you can challenge Misty again, which would count as that water type gym leader. So I'm going to count it that Generation 2 had a water type gym leader because she literally is the water type gym leader in Generation 2. And then in Ruby and Sapphire, you have Wallace followed up with Pokemon Emerald where you have Juan as the water type gym leaders you can face. In Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum, you have my boy Crasher Wake being the gym leader in those games. In Black and White, you have the option to do Crest if you chose Tepig as your starter. And then in Black 2 and White 2, they wanted to make sure the water type gym leaders were still a thing. So they added Marlin as the 8th gym leader instead of Crest because Crest and all the pals decided to not be gym leaders anymore. And in Pokemon X and Y, as the only series that doesn't have a gym leader that is a water type, but they do have an Elite Four, Stenfold. I don't know how to pronounce this guy's name. Like I said, I can't pronounce anything in my life, but he was an Elite Four member to be a water type, but still not a gym leader. Followed up with Sun and Moon, if you count the captains and stuff like that, we have Lana as the water type gym leader. In Sword and Shield, we have the baby girl Nessa. Oh my god, what a water goddess, you know what I'm saying? Like, whoo, I like to swim in a pool any day. And last but not least, we have my goat Kofu from Scarlet and Violet, one of my favorite gym leaders from that series. Shout out to my boy. And last fun fact of the day, Slowbro and Slowking are technically the only Pokemon that can de-evolve according to the Pokemon series, for the fact that, as you guys know, in order to evolve a Slowbro or Slowking, due to the Pokédex description, it says that if a Shelter clamps on its tail, that's how it's allowed to evolve. So in the hypothetical to where Shelter decides to clamp off the Slowbro or Slowking, it's going to cause it to evolve back into a Slowpoke. And that's going to do it for me in today's video. If you guys enjoy these 10 water time facts, drop a like and subscribe to the channel and let me know in the comment section down below. If you guys want to see more fun fact videos like this, because this was a ton of fun to record. And again, check out teamwater.org in the description down below so that we can help out and help a lot of people out to get clean drinking water. Big shout out to Jeffrey Kofer, Vlad Son and Dracula, and Stardust Gracie for all being YouTube members at Why I Got Money tier. You guys are the reason why I can keep the lights on in my house. And I also want to give a shout out to Oddkip999 and Clouded X Marbles for donating over 50 gifted memberships to give access to other people in the community that can't afford memberships, access to exclusive videos and Discord emojis and stuff. Thank you so much for also keeping the lights on in my house.